Hey everybody, so I am in my last 2 weeks of my first year in Korea. So as a part of this ending time, I have chosen to do 10 videos in 10 days. No idea what the topics will be. I randomly came up with this one because my friend just went to Malaysia and she made a tweet about diversity. So this video is going to be about diversity in South Korea. She just went to Malaysia and her tweet was like, there's so much diversity here, I didn't realize I missed it so much, or it's so good to see her, or something along the lines of that. So the question is there diversity, cultural diversity in South Korea? And the very short and most simplistic answer to that is no. We'll get cultural diversity absolutely by military bases in Itaewon, which is in Seoul, and in Busan, which is the south of South Korea. However, those are probably, taking a guess, 5 locations in an entire country. If you are placed especially in rural areas or smaller cities, odds are the only foreigners there are you and the other teachers, whether they're public school teachers or hagwons. How do I feel about that? I'm born and raised Los Angeles. I went to the most diverse high school in LA at the time, so this has been very new to me. Do I like it? No, I don't. Why don't I like it? Because it is pointed out every single day that you are different from the masses who reside here, and because of their lack of encounters with people from different backgrounds, you're looked at as kind of not just different, but it's like, I don't know how to really explain that all the time. And at first I didn't mind it, but I think because I'm towards the end of this year, I'm really over it. Like when I go on the street, I'm over it. I put on my lokes, and if I don't have lokes, I just stare back. I'm just over it. And that's the honest that's the honest truth. Do you get used to it? No, I don't think you ever get used to it. Whether it's curiosity that they have or confusion. Like, I couldn't wear this outside. They would think I was a prostitute. So like in South Korea, if you wear spaghetti straps or tube top or tank top, anything that shows like your collarbone and like shoulders and all this, like this is considered extremely sexy when it's 98 degrees outside and I'm trying not to pass out. You know, those are those cultural differences. And so when you go outside, and I went outside the other day and I had on a v-neck and I just rolled my sleeves up, and people, like this guy passed me and he kind of like looked down, and I was like, okay, look, I'm not gonna bend that much to where I'm passing out in the street because you don't want to see a collarbone. But you know, it's those social differences, it's the cultural differences, especially my hair. Any melanin rich woman who is natural is going to get stared at out of belief. They just, you know, it's something that they've never seen, and like I said, I don't know the language fluently, so I'm not able to ask them, you know, is this weird? Like, why are you staring? You know, and most of the time I don't think it's malicious, I don't think it's evil. There are different instances, I will say, I'm not going to generalize, but yeah, when you come from a different country, and especially if you're melanin rich, you will realize that you're probably, you know, you're rare, and you know that there aren't a lot of you. It is what it is. I mean, you take the good and the bad. I'm not gonna say I've had a bad experience because of it, because that's by no means am I saying that. I'm just saying that the level of diversity in South Korea is not at all there. And during summer camp, I was talking to my fellow teacher who's from the Philippines, and she was giving me statistics of how many Filipinos visit South Korea as opposed to how many South Koreans visit the Philippines. And it was like 200 Filipinos visited South Korea in 1 year, as opposed to like, what, like 5,000 South Koreans going to the Philippines. And a lot of the Koreans, I will say, who have been exposed to various cultures live in Seoul or Busan. Like, they live in the major cities. So if you're in the major cities, you're fine. Beginning, I said, you know, to oversimplify the answer, no. But if you're in Seoul, by all means, like, you're gonna see other people that are not born and raised in South Korea. And if you go to Busan, that's also too very laid back flow. So the short of it all, South Korea is not, overall, is not that diverse. It would be outstanding if, you know, it changed. Do I miss diversity? Absolutely. I cannot wait to get somewhere where it's like different people, different cultures, different food. Like, you don't understand. And I didn't really understand how important diversity was and how much I took it for granted until I went somewhere where there's not really a lot. So this is my first video. I have 9 more to go. Like I said, I have no clue what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna try to stick with it. And hopefully these are gonna be insightful to viewers. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye.